It's an honor to be part of such an amazing, inspiring group of world kindness leaders. Thank you so much, Nirmala, for inviting me. I really don't know what to share, but I can just share a small story of kindness where my family runs a small foundation up in the Himalayas where accessibility and road conditions are a real issue for the people living there. And we had a chance to initiate a mobile hospital, which runs in more than 35 villages, where we offer primary health care. And we realized that a few years ago that it takes more than a day sometimes for the villagers to reach a doctor, because there's no form of transport for them in the villages. And so there's a doctor on board who goes and attends to them, and we are seeing the difference in their daily lives. So we just feel very honored to be part and very privileged to be part of that healthcare facility in the Himalayas. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sumitra. Even meeting you was a coincidence where Karen Ross connected us. And so I keep thinking of connections as being very kind, because without thinking, we just write an email and we connect people, but we really don't know the kindness that is so impactful. And I've learned to do that from people like you who do that so naturally every single day. So thank you to all the connectors. I also see Karina here. Karina, would you like to say something? Karina has been awesome help. They've been collaborators to the World Kindness Movement. She represents UNESCO, Mahatma Gandhi Institute, and we collected over 1 million stories. Karina was driving that. Karina, are you here? And would be awesome to hear your words on the Kindness Matters global campaign that UNESCO is running. Karina? Maybe she's will come back later. Is somebody else would like to share? There's Shameen, I know, Ezekiel, Ken Mason, there's so many of you.
I'm happy to say something. I just feel very, very honored to be here. Thank you, Jenny, for inviting me to come. And I don't have words. Actually, I found myself from the start very tearful as I listened to what each speaker said, starting with Sophia and all the way through all four of you. And I feel I'm in the presence of greatness, and I feel very early in the journey that you are all in. There are things that have happened along the way in my life, and things that have come through that all point to the same theme as you, that heart matters, we must be loved together. And so I just feel very inspired, very grateful, and thank you so much for the invitation and this beautiful gathering. And I hope to get to know some of you as the weeks and months go by.
Thank you, Shameen, for being here. Make each of you here make such a difference. You have no idea. And thank you for your presence. Jeff or Ken, would you like to share something? It's just hearing diverse voices keeps us wanting to go on.
Thank you, Nirmala. I've joined the meeting late. Unfortunately, I was held up with a customer. This is a new thing for me. Well, kindness isn't new for me, but this community is. And I was Very grateful to Jenny Haas for inviting me today. I've known Jenny for probably, I don't know, a year or 14 months through Jane Adshead Grant's listening community and also Kevin Monroe's gratitude community. And the common theme to both those communities is kindness. And I've learned so much over the last 12 months, not only about other people and the importance of kindness and gratitude and joy, but I've learned so much about myself as well. And I feel as I'm still on this journey, but you know, since interacting with some wonderful people all around the world, I've had a commitment to try and do more in my day-to-day life for other people. Sometimes there's time to do that, other times there isn't. But I've made a concerted effort to try and do what I can, even if it's in a very small way. You know, in the sort of service for other people. So one of the examples I'll just quickly share with you. Last year there was an individual that I'd met on LinkedIn who was from the engineering community that I recruit for, and this individual wasn't known to me, but he put a post on LinkedIn that he was really missing his dad who'd recently died. And this was a grown man, you know, he was you know, in his sort of mid to late 50s, and he was really struggling to come to terms with the loss of his father, because they'd always spoken at 7 p.m. Every week on a Tuesday, I think it was. And I just felt compelled to reach out to this person, because I could see that he was, you know, really struggling. There was just a void in his life at 7 p.m. So what I did over a period of I think about 2 months, we had a fortnightly conversation. It might have been a little bit more than 2 months, but we had a number of conversations, and I rang him or had a Zoom call with him at 7 p.m. on a Tuesday, and just talked about life. And you know, it wasn't about work, or, you know, it wasn't always about his loss. We just got to know each other, and I just wanted to be there for him, because I'd sort of been through the bereavement of my own mum about 5 years ago, and yeah, it just sort of struck a chord with me. And I was just left with this feeling of that I'd done something really good and righteous and kind for another human being, and it just fulfilled me. You know, it filled up my heart with the feeling that, you know, we can all do so much more for another person. We can't be everything to everybody, but on occasion we can do something so small but that can make a huge difference. So yeah, you know, it's a journey that I'm on, and one that I'm committed to doing more acts of kindness where I can. Randomly, it is one of my favorite ways of doing it as well. Things that are structured sometimes don't have the same impact. I love just doing these unexpected things. So yeah, thank you very much for the opportunity to share that with you, and I look forward to learning from more of you over the coming months. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff, for your sharing. I mean, just one human being, a stranger, you know, responding to another stranger, and life is so much better for everybody. Thank you. I have Lasse here. Lasse, you run something in Denmark, and I've been watching your Instagram post and how you inspire people. Would you like to say something?
Sure, I can say something. I think kindness is just really great, and it's a great way to meet other people. I think when I started out, I didn't have any idea on how it would go or what I was going to do. I just kind of leaped out into it without, not knowing any of you at that point. And then somehow I talked to Orly from Life West Inside. And I actually think I make these small videos, and when she used one of my videos on her blog, that was when I decided, okay, I'm going to share this with more people. And then I met Karen Ross, and she introduced me to you, Nirmala. And now I just enjoy making these videos. And the thing about kindness is the more you kind of act kindly, you meet more kind people. I do these small videos, and it's usually me performing a kind act. And not long ago, a woman named Linda from Australia, Melbourne, saw one of my videos and sent me these key rings. And that is just a lovely creation from a kind person. And I actually think that says it all in that act. When you meet kind people, more kind acts will flourish, and will just make you smile. So I think that's all for me. So, but I'm happy to meet you all, and it's very inspiring.
Lasya, maybe someone's asked for your Instagram handle, so maybe you can put that in the chat, so people can come and be inspired by your little videos. I have Dr. Farhana has her hands up. Dr. Farhana from Choman, would you want to say
Good morning,
something?
ma'am. I am from Bangladesh. I am Dr. Farhana. I'm a Rotarian and also the Chief Strategic Executive from Shanman Foundation in Bangladesh. Shanman is a Bengali word which means honoring others, and I'm a Rotarian. I am so overwhelmed that I have been working for 21 years in this Rotary movement, and that is purely kindness. So today I have been introduced to your forum by Dr. Rubal Murshid and Kane Mason. I'm so overwhelmed that there's so many kind people, and as the last speaker said, that kindness brings kindness together. So I have come to meet you today, and I am a cardiologist by profession, but through my philanthropy, I have planted. In Rotary, there are 1.4 million people. In Bangladesh, we have taken this pledge that for each and every person all over the world, we will plant 1.4 million plants in Bangladesh. So it is a vulnerable state, and so I'm planting in different educational institutions fruit plants so that every student can get some fruits. This is I did not think it is kindness, but when someone, Peter, I think he said about plant kindness, it struck me that this has come to me. I do that with my friends and with my Rotary and everyone in the rainy season. But considering his view, it is kindness. So and another thing that I do, I work for, I am the country executive director for Leonard Cheshire Disability Bangladesh. It is for the disabled people. There are 15%. Our state is has a population of 16.5 million people. So 15% of my state is 2.5 million people are disabled. I feel so, I don't know why, but I go and work for them. I go to slums, and I try to do a overwhelming and rehabilitation thing for them. So that includes education, and I have established 4 schools for preschools for slum children. I go and collect children from the slums who are forced to go into begging and all that. So I go to the slums. I have set up an organogram and an organization, and I collect these children, and then I put them in our preschool. After adaptation with us, we send them to primary schools. And these people, I have been running a school for 30 years and 3 others for 10 years. So, when my students go to universities and colleges and they have this overwhelming happiness when I meet them, it makes me so happy. I don't know if it's kindness or not, but I feel happy for that. And even when I go and collect, rich foods after weddings and different occasions, I ask them that if they have leftovers, I collect this food and give it to the slum people. So this also makes me very happy at 11 o'clock in the night after we have our weddings in the night time in Bangladesh. So after everyone is gone at 11 o'clock, 11:30, I go and collect them and go and give. I have people, and then we send them to different roads or slums. And when I see these people getting this food from the rich people who has no idea where I'm giving it to them. So this seems so nice to me. So I never thought these were acts of kindness, but when I came and met so many people, you are all here, and this is called so this is so nice that I have come and got connected with you. This karmic things and spiritual realm and all that. So
Thank you,
this is
doctor.
something
Thank
that has
you.
connected to us. And Nirmala ma'am, I'm so happy that I have come and joined this forum.
you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for inspiring us and sharing your acts of kindness. It might inspire one of us to copy. It's always
Ma'am, I'm sorry. I have another point to say. May I say something? This is my mom. She's 81 years and she has Alzheimer's. So we have been having Alzheimer's for 10 years. So the thing is, tomorrow, this is Alzheimer's month. September is Alzheimer's month, and 21st of September is the Alzheimer's Day. And I feel so much kindness for old people, and just not because my mom has Alzheimer's stage 6+, and there are 7 stages of Alzheimer's. So I would be requesting a thing from you that when we give kindness to our old parents or anyone older and even with dementia. So I would say that if we could get that thing from your forum, ma'am, because I feel for her. And I have lost everything in my mom, who had made me a doctor, but the love that she still remembers, love is not a thing that we remember. I think it's a feeling that's inside her heart, because when it's evening time, she goes around looking for her small children, 2 children. We are 2 brothers and sisters. So in the evening, she goes out looking for her small children. So that is the love she feels for us. She has forgotten who we are. But then I think this love, that I say that this love never goes away with dementia, because it's a feeling, it's not a memory. Thank you so much. I'm sorry I have taken so much of your time. Thank you.
Thank you. I think what is coming out is an outpouring from the heart. And I think each of us here cannot not be touched, because all of us respond to kindness, and all of us, feel in different areas. And I am so touched today with this outpouring. Thank you. Would someone like to share something else? Or we could, oh yes, Debbie, I see your hand up.
Well, having been present to the World Kindness Movement for 25 years, I just want to thank each and every one of you. Couldn't you feel your heart filling up when each person spoke and shared their passion? And, little did we know when we first met and everything was being done by fax and telephone and letter, that 25 years later, we would have these incredible media platform opportunities where we can meet in our own homes and offices and connect in this unlimited way. I think, Ellen, you were speaking about, really, this is all limitless now. And, when we hear the stories, when we hear the passion, when we hear what works, I mean, this is truly, these are all the human beings on this planet who are trying to make a difference. I found an incredible card to mark our occasion, Nirmala. And it says, somewhere inside all of us is the power to change the world. You inspire me. And you are all inspirations. I feel like a proud grandmother, having had the opportunity to be there 25 years ago, but you are carrying on the work. And just really appreciated seeing our new kindness jar. I just love the graphics. I know it's going to be so simple and easy, and hopefully our schools in particular will jump on board with that. I loved everything that Sophie, Co, Jenny, and Ellen reminded us of, and especially excited about the kindness matrix. It's such a cool way to think about kindness, you know, in a little bit of a more organized way. And you know, I think Ellen too, you were talking about imagine what the world would look like if we were taking different approaches to so many things. So I just want to thank each of you, and I see the light shining in all of your eyes, and I know with Nirmala at the helm of the ship and her team, we're going to go so much further, and I think at a much faster pace than we have been able to in the early part of the 25 years. So thank you, each of you. I am leaving with my heart so full, my head so inspired with new ideas, but most of all, at a time in history when we need positivity and connection even more, that the WKM is still here. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you for all you've done and for being on the founding team. And it's inspiring to have you today. I'm so grateful. It's early morning in your part of the world, and you've jumped out of bed, you and Will, to join us. And I'm immensely grateful to you. We also have Stephen O'Kay, who is the Secretary General of the World Kindness Movement, who's been patiently here. Stephen, over to you. Would you like to say something? You've been with the movement for a while as well. Stephen, you have to unmute. Stephen, you'll have to unmute. Yes.
Thank you, Nimara. I want to appreciate the founding members of the World Kindness Movement. And thankfully, we have two of our founders in the room. We have with Leonard from the United States of America, and we have Debbie Rope from Canada also in the room. And some time ago, they shared with us what were their feelings when the declaration for the World Kindness Movement was signed about 25 years ago, exactly 25 years ago. And we learned a great deal. And I want to say that for quite some time now, we've been part of the movement. And one of the founder of World Kindness Movement, who happens to be the pioneer member of the World Kindness Nigeria, and by extension, that is a Pan-African Reconciliation Center. That is Dr. Adenekron. He brought us into the World Kindness Movement. And we've never had any iota of regret since we became part of the movement. And part of the quest is to ensure that we create a kinder world, and by extension, also in Africa. And since we joined the movement, the World Kindness Movement in Africa has grown. We have South Africa as part of the members, and we have the World Kindness South Africa. We also have in Liberia, Uganda, and Zimbabwe. And we've initiated moves to ensure that we have members from the Francophone. And with the help of the Sandine Devliger of France, we've been able to penetrate one or two countries, but their membership is still pending with us. And we want to also appreciate the speakers. They've really done a great deal, espousing much about what kindness is about, not just about yourself, also about the environment that you are in, and about those around you. How do they feel? And what do you feel when you show acts of kindness And these are part of the things that we have learned today. And we also learned a great deal from the kindness stories from Mr. Alan Williams and others, those in hospitality, and amongst others, even the lady that met Nemala in the at the airport. The connection is all about kindness, and there is nothing more other than that. And we know that there is no way we can remove kindness out of the equilibrium. If we want a better world, then we must sow kindness. And if we sow kindness, we'll definitely reach kindness. And that is what it's about. And I want to sincerely appreciate the president of World Kindness Movement. She has been a wonderful. And she has been
Stephen? Stephen, are you there?
Yes, I'm with you.
We didn't
Yes.
hear.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you, Stephen.
Hello?
Sorry, as you say, before I kind of go off again, a warm thank you to everybody. I was actually going to ask Karina whether she'd like to say the last words, but I don't know whether she's here. And Stephen, we lost you as well. Would you like to end? And I
Yes, I'm
thank.
back.
Yeah, you're back. That's the world we are in. Nigeria, India. Yes, go ahead, Stephen.
Yeah, I want to sincerely thank everyone that has taken their time to attend this online meeting and to share and to have one voice for kindness. And I know that if every one of us in this room can come together to ensure that we will create a kinder world, then the world will be a better place. And another thing that we are also working towards is to ensure that the November 13 that has been nationalized as the World Kindness Day becomes a recognized date by the United Nations. So we are working towards that. And we also crave the indulgence of everyone here to also lend their voice that we should have November 13 as a World Kindness Day, not just for the recognition, but as a day that will be celebrated. And it will be a day for holiday on issue of kindness. And I know that if we do that, the world will definitely be a better place for every one of us. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So I'll end with a response. Thank you, Stephen, from Karina. She cannot speak or come on camera, so she sent me a message, and I'll end with her note. She says, sorry, I can't speak, but it was very nice to listen to the speakers and the shared testimonials. It makes me very happy and proud to see how kindness has brought people from all over the world together with the same purpose, a simple yet powerful purpose. Kindness has changed my life in so many ways, and I see that it has changed yours too. Congratulations and keep up the wonderful work. Thank you all, especially the team at WKM, for all you do. And that's from UNESCO, who has been a great support to the World Kindness Movement in the last 2 years. So that's it. And, officially we end.